More and more South Carolinians are getting their lights turned back on every day. Hundreds of thousands will still be in the dark tonight. Today, state leaders gave an update on where things stand. As of Thursday afternoon, more than 380,000 outages remain across the state, predominantly in the western third of South Carolina. That's down from 1.3 million last Friday and more than 500,000 2 days ago. Officials explain why it's taking so long.
I would, though, encourage patience, as some of these systems are actually a total rebuild, not just necessarily a repair.
Right now, Greenville, Spartanburg, and Aiken have the most outages.